before you know it, I became a human resources manager, and I was hired in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and it was an executive level in this major insurance company. And it's like, how awesome. And you know how you just go in and you're thinking, I am the leader. I have a couch in my office. I would take the train in Pittsburgh to downtown Pittsburgh, and then I would walk to the offices, and I'd be there by 6:30 in the morning. Offices opened at 7:30, just to prepare to avoid the traffic. It was my habit. Been doing that for 6 months. I showed up one day, and I'm at the sink, cleaning and preparing the coffee, getting ready to roll, and I happened to notice that the garbage can off to the side between the window and the big industrial refrigerator was standing out in the middle of the room. And I thought, oh, for Pete's sake. I walked over and I shoved it. I couldn't shove it back in, because in between the wall and the refrigerator, curled on the floor in a fetal position, is a woman whose name was Flo. Flo's 53 years old, 5'3", 330 pounds, if she was an ounce, never been married, still lived with her mother. She is laying on the floor, clutching a bottle of pills. And the first thing that you learn very quickly, and thank heavens my mother was a registered nurse and I learned a lot of things about that, you get on your hands and knees and you talk to them, quietly, calmly. And I just said, Flo, what are you doing? She looked up, tears are streaming down her face, and she goes, they all hate me. They hate me, they tease me, they send me notes, they call me names. I live with my mother, they hate me. And she goes, why would I want to stay here anymore? And so I took these. And it was her mother's pills. There were 100 in the prescription on the bottle. I said, how many did you take? And she goes, well, all of them. And I said, Flo, how can I help? She goes, I just knew you'd come. And so I guided her into my office to the couch, the only time it was ever used. I called 911. The ambulance was there in 15 minutes. Of course, I had to keep her walking, moving, talking, keeping her conscious. Officially, she had suffered a nervous breakdown. She was off of work for over 6 months, and I kept her job for her. And the lesson that I learned that day, she knew I'd come. Do you think there's not a day I don't worry that what if I decided to sleep in an extra 30 minutes and then I'm caught with traffic, that I would have this woman who I never saw. I didn't see Flo. I didn't know what she was going through. I just knew systems, I knew processes, I knew clerks. You're going to take care of it, admin's going to... I didn't see her. And from that moment, everything changed for me. And I realized that my goal as a leader is only good one person at a time. And if I don't see you, shame on you.